Welcome back to part 2 of me analysing the worst show on earth, confirmed by the reviews that I've seen on Google. In my first video, I analysed the first episode of the US Inbetweeners and how, put simply, how shit it was. Whilst the majority of you agreed with me about how terrible the show is or was before it got cancelled, there were a minority of viewers who told me that I couldn't judge the whole show just on the first episode and that I was delusional for doing so. Maybe it got really good the more episodes you watched. So what have I done for this video? Well, due to the fact I hit 100k views in the last video, I decided to give you more. So I put myself through the pain of sitting down, I grabbed some popcorn and I watched the second episode of the US Inbetweeners. Now there's probably one burning question on your mind. After watching the second episode, do I still think the show is awful? And I'm going to be honest with you, it's a one-word answer. Yes. In fact, I go as far to say that this episode is worse than the first one. As soon as this episode started, I realised it was a rip-off of the third episode of the UK Inbetweeners where the group visit Thorpe Park, which was a pretty good episode, I think we can all admit. Of course, the US version somehow takes this wonderful episode and butchers it. I want to make something clear, the obnoxious, cringy traits that we saw the four main characters had in the first episode, these traits do not go away in this episode. In fact, they get much worse. It takes only 3 minutes before we hear the headache-inducing laugh of the US Neil.
I was born driving.
Ooh, it must have been painful for your mom.
Jay is also just as annoying throughout this whole episode as he was in the first episode, and genuinely the things this character did and said in this episode actually made me contemplate turning the episode off. It was that bad.
Took me a minute to get it out of the display sleeve.
I have the same problem with my dong.
Shotgun! What? I'm in the car.
No, your feet are on the ground. You're out of the car.
To let you in.
Sorry, William. Rules are rules.
Do you have a license? Are you a licensed driver?
I'm a licensed busherman. You know, bush.
You reversed. Are you really gonna try to make this my fault?
Are you really gonna not try and make this my fault? Or not?
Thought not. What?
At one point, the character is even seen trying to climb up the lockers in the changing rooms or locker rooms of the theme park they're at. The UKJ was definitely unique, but he wasn't this outright stupid. Elsewhere in this episode, we see quite a lot of side characters, but unfortunately, unlike the UK version, these characters are unbelievably one-dimensional and in most cases extremely forgettable. We see more of Simon's parents, but their performance compared to their UK counterparts is noticeably worse. When you contrast Simon's dad in the UK Inbetweeners to his US counterpart, it's no surprise that the UK one is much funnier. Simon's dad in the UK version would often create a certain level of cringe humour, usually by telling embarrassing stories to purposely embarrass Simon in front of his friends. And this creates some very funny scenes.
Yeah, when I was your age, I used to love house parties. Getting off with some bird, one of the upstairs rooms underneath the coats.
Dad, can we not?
In fact, I think I met your mum at a house party, Simon.
Jesus Christ.
No, we did it in the kitchen, in the garage. I think we notched one up in the greenhouse once.
Right, stop the car, I'm gonna walk home.
Oh, come on, Simon. Me and your mum like doing it too, you know.
Oh, they do it in your ass, son.
Dad! So embarrassing!
Oh, your mom loves it.
When you contrast this with Simon's dad in the US version, it's genuinely cringy how unfunny they made this character.
Yeah! It's a sport edition.
Dad.
Lol, that was funny. We're also introduced to Simon's younger brother. I think he was called Todd or something, I really don't care. But he is such a shit version of Simon's brother in the UK version. In the UK version, Simon and his brother's relationship is exactly what every sibling relationship is like in the UK between an older and a younger brother.
What's that?
Fuck off.
What you got there?
And again, fuck off.
You are in such shit.
That's a hat trick. Fuck off. Well, how sad is a date at her house tonight?
You're such a sad.
No, you're the sad because... Twat! You're such a little... Fuck! Shit!
He's made you look a right knob.
So you owe me that, you little shit.
Hey, I didn't shake on
A
it.
bet's a bet. Unlucky.
That is the gayest car I've ever seen.
Todd is just a prick, and he acts more like a school bully than an annoying younger sibling.
I can't believe you're getting a car. Such a waste. What are you gonna do, take out that fat, red-headed girl you're always with?
It's Jay.
Oh, must have been thrown by his tits.
Todd.
I don't know if sibling relationships are like that in America, but I highly doubt it, and if it is, then I apologise, but I doubt that is the case. Elsewhere in this episode, we again see a lot of blatantly copied gags, but again, they are just butchered and horrendously unfunny.
Get them off! Make them move!
It doesn't matter. Let's just sit in the back.
No, it does matter! What? Are they stupid? Are they such idiots that think that flying and gunning is okay, Jeff?
Essentially, nothing changed. This episode didn't surprise me or make me think any better of the US Inbetweeners. All it did was really just confirm my thoughts after watching the first episode. I think in all honesty, the US Inbetweeners just misses the mark in everything it tries to do. It isn't relatable nor funny, and I can very much see why it was cancelled after one season. 1,000 likes for part 3.